Welcome to Unit 6 project, which is on trig, and I think that you will enjoy this project, and I think that you'll find this one of the easier ones that you've done. You will take, in Unit 1, you did measure one of your walls to locate a hose bib. So you're going to use that side of your house and that measurement that you used for Unit 1 project. And that's going to be the side of the house that you're going to have to do. So we're going to work on the roof system, and a truss is a triangular piece that's many of them placed along the outside walls of the house that form the triangular roof piece. So these are going to be isosceles triangles, and the hypotenuse is going to extend 2 feet beyond the outside wall as shown. And the angle of elevation, I guess you could say, from the top of the house to the hypotenuse of your truss is going to be 50 degrees. So the first thing you're going to do on plain white paper is you're going to draw the side of your house and the roof truss on top of it to scale. So you decide what scale you're going to use, and you need to show me the computations on how you came up with your feet, and make sure that things are perpendicular. So for my purposes, on my floor plan, my house or my wall is 5 1/4 inches. So what I'm going to do, since 1/8 of an inch equals 1 foot, then I'm going to multiply both sides of this by 8. And I know that 1 inch is equal to 8 feet. So if I have 5 1/4 inches, I'm going to multiply this by the conversion factor of 8 feet over 1 inch. So my inches will cancel, so then I'm going to multiply 8 times 5.25, and I'm going to have 42 feet. All right, so now I need to determine my scale, and I'm going to do 1/4 of an inch is equal to 1 foot. So I need to figure out how many inches for my white paper I need to do. So if I have 1/4 of an inch, I'm going to multiply that by, I've got 42 feet. I can't, okay. So I've got 42 feet. And so this is going to be 1/4 of an inch equals 1 foot. So there's my conversion factor. I probably should have written my 42 bigger. So let me write my 42 bigger. So this is 42 feet over 1. So my feet cancel, and I'm going to have 1/4 times 42 inches. And that's going to be 10.5 inches. So I'm going to take a ruler, and I'm going to draw a line, and I'm going to measure that 10.5 inches. Now, I don't know if that correlates very well on my smart board. So we will see when I bring my ruler. There it is. So that's 5 inches. Will I be able to fit? If I start here, this is 5 right there. And then I'm going to go over here, another 5 1/2. So it's going to take up my whole space, basically, all the way over to here. All right, so then I'm going to need 8 feet. Oh, I could have made my ruler smaller. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. All right, let me start over. So I can adjust my inches. So this is 5 inches, and then I'm going to come over here another 5 1/2. So that means I need to shorten my line. And I just missed it. So there's my 5. here is my 5.5. There we go. All right, so that is the length of my house. And now I'm going to need to go up 8 feet. So if I have 1/4 of an inch over 1 foot times 8 feet, my feet cancel, I get 1/4 of 8, which is 2 feet. Just kidding, it's 2 inches. So now I need to come up 2 inches. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it, maybe. I'm doing a very good job here. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to come up 2 inches. And then I'm going to move it over here. And I'm going to come up 2 inches. And I don't see my mark. Let me try that again. 2 inches. And then I will. All right, there's my house. And I'm going to make sure that that is perpendicular. So I'm going to get my protractor here. Okay, my protractor is too big. And I know I can shorten it. There we go. So I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to mark 90 degrees, which is right there. And I'm going to come over here. I'm going to mark 90 degrees, which is right there. And then I should be able to draw my segments. All right, while I have my protractor out, I need a 50-degree angle. From here, we need to rise 50 degrees. So there's my 50. This is going to be interesting. So I'm going to go from here up 50 degrees, which means I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to move up. Oh, just kidding. I'm going to move up 20, 40, 50 degrees. All right, so that really looks a bit out of proportion. So maybe our roof truss, maybe we'll change that measurement to 20 degrees. Okay, so I will adjust the project itself so we're at 20 degrees. So let me move this back over because this looks a bit crazy. Ooh. All right, so let me do 20 degrees. That's 30. There's 20. All right. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way. This is supposed to overhang. This is supposed to overhang. So there's the house, drawn to scale. And again, it's a 20-degree angle and not a. All right. There we go. So this is 20 degrees. This is 42 feet. I need to draw in my altitude of my roof line. So I have, this is T, R, U, S, N, M. All right, so we have done our TU, which is part 3, and I kind of needed to do the third part early on because you can, I just lost my, there it is, ooh. So I would have put my paper, this would have been on my white paper, and then this is actually part 3, and that I would have done on my notebook paper. So all of this is part 3 in our conversions. So we've got TU to be 42 feet, and then I took my TU, 42 feet, and then my scaled part of my TU is 10.5 inches. All right, so we're going to be using the feet in our calculations. So now the next thing we need to do is I need to calculate SU. And SU, this is perpendicular, this is isosceles triangle, which means that this segment's been bisected. So SU is going to be half of TU. And TU is 42, so I'll take half of 42, and I've got 21. So this is 21 feet. So now, what you have to do from here, and I'm not going to do it because I want you to show me how to do it, is on 4B, you are going to compute RS. You can let that be little u, because it's opposite angle u. You're going to compute that using trig, your 21 and your 20. Then for part 4C, you're going to compute RU, which is up here, which is opposite angle S. So you're going to find that little side. And then SRU, you have to find this angle, but not by subtracting and adding to 180. But again, you're going to find this angle by using trig. And you're going to have to use one of these two sides. Now pay attention to where I've asked you to round, because that's going to be part of your grade. And then I want you to think about how the very last piece for E is to find the length, oh, I don't want that, find the length of this entire segment. Okay, you will have found the length of RU in 4C. Think about how you're going to find the whole length. That is the conclusion of this demonstration of this project.